Welcome back to another edition of Let's Play WWE 2004. And I'm joined as always by Sam.
My name is Braden Walker. And I'm looking at two-finger throat. I forgot what
Yeah, I don't remember. Who?
I'm gonna bash your face in like the basher.
Who? Braden Walker? Who? But either way, this is the first episode following WrestleMania, and we did a little bit of a draft off camera, and
terrible draft.
It was a pretty bad draft because we're so
We like our people where they are.
yeah. We're so comfortable with the roster we have. And speaking of the roster we have, it's time to maybe kill off some of these feuds. So you tell me who you think is done.
Sorry, that one's done. Yeah, I think John Cena versus the Big Show's done, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably. Is Jericho and Benoit?
There's not much more we can do with it. What do you think? I mean, I kind of want to end it. I kind of don't, but I kind of think we should.
Well, how about, is this one ended?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Well, I mean, this one's over.
Yeah. We had the WrestleMania one.
This one's over.
Should we just add Sting to it? No. Yeah, just add that one.
Okay. And we can hold off on Benoit and Jericho, but this one's over.
Yeah, no.
Shitty feud, but it's okay.
If we split Benoit, where would they go from here?
I mean, we could always... Well, Jericho could always go against Angle. Jericho could always go Angle.
Put one of them on Raw.
Well, okay then. I'll just do that instead.
Yeah, Jericho with Angle. But then, what are we gonna do with Braun?
I mean, the only thing I was thinking of is maybe switching brands with Goldberg. You know, checking out his contract and seeing when Goldberg's gone. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Please remove him. Randy Orton's not feuding until he's 71. That's sad.
Okay. So you want to just think about this one, or do you want to move him out?
Let's split it up. Okay, let's WrestleMania with it. Not much more we can get.
And this guy. Or you want to just give Brock his rematch clause and then end the feud?
Yeah, let's take it out at least one more month.
Okay.
83, we could do better.
Okay. Okay, so everything is ready to go and up, well, let's just... 7 days. Okay, fuck moving him to SmackDown. Well, also, I just want to, mention to those who don't know what the heck's going on, Goldberg is going to New Japan. Goldberg signed a contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling and chose to go to them over us. So, he is on his way to New Japan Pro Wrestling as opposed to staying with us here in the WWE. and that's why his contract has reached the final day, the final week, I should say, and he will be heading for the door very soon. So, yeah.
Goldberg.
Let me check this. What do you think of a feud between Teddy Long's group and Samoa Joe? Of course. Yeah, I didn't realize Joe was a heel.
You could do Teddy Long's group and Orlando Jordan. Well, you could do Teddy Long's group against the Hurricane and Rosie.
That's true. Or how about this?
That'd be good.
Do you like Val Venus?
I mean, no. It depends on what you mean by. Like, I would love to see Joe go over Val Venus. That'd be fine with me.
Well, I was thinking Val, and then that starts their feud, and then Joe gets the payoff win.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, do you want to make it a feud, or do you just want to have it where it's a B-show thing, and where it doesn't have to be a feud?
It could be a feud. That'd be good for Joe, but a feud.
Okay. Yes, I was.
If a feud with Matt Hardy, I think, huh?
Yeah, Val Venus, Matt Hardy was his last feud. Before we turned Matt babyface.
And then moved to SmackDown in the draft.
Yes. So, for those who are curious, Matt Hardy, Rob Conway, and Miss Jackie moved over to SmackDown, and Rikishi, Bob Holly, and somebody else moved to Raw.
Yep, and Eminem came in.
And Eminem came in for Raw, and Big and Tasty came in for SmackDown.
Wait, which one's big and which one's tasty?
I'd rather not find out. Okay, so this could be Eminem, Orlando's, I think either one of them's first win. So.
Did you let the good decide?
Yep. Now, it's just popping into my head now. Did we ever blow off that feud? Yes, we did. We blew off the feud between them and the Bashams.
We should have a match with these two guys against La Resistance.
Well, that works. And you want to have America's Most Wanted screwed out of the match by Eminem?
Yeah, that works. So it'll be like Eminem's debut and La Resistance's debut all of that.
Well, Eminem, La Resistance's return, because they were a team.
Yeah. No, I know. That's what I mean.
And
return of their debut.
And I kind of just realized that if we want to do Eminem, we kind of need Melina.
Well, you could do M and M. Well, if you can, because Nitro. Yeah, you're right. Melina's the third M, or the last M.
Well, and just to fill anybody in who cares, the reason why we're unsure about bringing up Melina is because she sucks.
That's a good thing. That's the cute stuff.
Shut up.
Hey, Batista, how good does Melina suck?
It's the
sure Vince knows too.
It's the B show, so who cares? Maybe that's why Melina fell off the side of the earth since. You hear all about these Hollywood sexual harassments. I mean, we've been hearing about wrestling sexual harassments for years.
Yeah, but nobody cares.
Well, that's expected. The ring guy was touched by Pat Patterson. That's expected. He was asking for it.
China got shit on her back. Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I was gonna do. What the fuck is up with all these women? Hey, look, our best friend.
Oh, fuck that fool. Oh, Doug Randy could be a good job.
Yep. Let me give him a push so I don't have to go into the roster. And Reckless Youth.
He's semi-active. I guess he's old and stuff, of course.
I guess so. I guess so. So now here's our first shot at seeing Thuggin' and Buggin'. Thuggin' and Buggin' Incorporated. He's semi-active at 27? What the fuck? And Johnny Webb went... No.
You have Thuggin' and Buggin' get a promo before the match, too. You shall need one more. Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, back up and go use the real quick.
Okay. So here we go at the beginning of the show with Teddy Long introducing his new clients, Rodney Mack and Mark Henry. I am continuing the recording as Sam had to step away, but either way, I don't want to say I have, well, it's heat, so I can basically book whatever the heck I want, because it's the pre-show, the B-show, so it doesn't really matter. And it's also the first heat after WrestleMania, so we gotta do that. And we gotta look back at that. Okay. I mean, there really isn't much to this feud. Partially because he doesn't like Maven, and, well, this is basically just a way to get Maven into the feud with Al and Tommy. Maven running down hardcore. And then we get Maven.
Hey, so now that I think about it, I think I like the idea of putting Goldberg on SmackDown for 2 weeks.
Well, the only problem with that is Goldberg's gone in a week.
Oh, okay, well, then I guess for a week. Let's just put him on there on SmackDown this week, and then we'll just have Goldberg beat Disco Inferno and then stay off because it's upset. Unless you think Goldberg should put something over, maybe he should lose.
Well, let's get through Heat and then figure out what's going to happen with Raw, because it's time to get through the first episode of Heat following WrestleMania.
Hello, players. Rodney Mack is back. Into my boys out here.
So Teddy Long with his two boys is out here, and we get the test of how they are as a tag team. I mean, neither good nor bad chemistry with these guys. So I mean, I'm happy with the match. I don't think they're anywhere near.
Hey, how come Reckless Youth is semi-active? We just find him as like a trained mentor or something.
I mean, we could do that, yeah. I mean, he's not terrible, so we could do that, yeah.
He doesn't want to wrestle that much anymore, you know?
Yeah.
He does a good job.
So,
Not bad.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura is coming along quicker than Samoa Joe.
Yeah, but it sucks that Shinsuke's not wrestling.
So, but either way, Joe's getting close to a 40, so hopefully by the end of this feud...
Find that we have to change how he needs to give it before.
Hopefully by the end of this feud with Val, Joe could actually have a higher in-ring performance, and hopefully this feud actually benefits Samoa Joe.
Yeah, so basically what we're doing here is we're telling Valvina to take in with the young guy and show him how to work, show him how to get over.
Pretty much, yeah. And I mean, I don't, as we continue, I think that giving it to a veteran like Val will make Val happy, even if it means...
I feel like at this point in his career, especially for the way that we would use him, Val is like a player coach.
Yeah. And even if it means him losing in the long run and him losing the match that actually matters, he's still getting Joe over and in turn proving he's still an asset for us.
Yeah. In fact, next week on Raw, we have the Venus promo. Venus has really good mic skills. Like, you know, she used to call him penis Samoa Joe. Weird like that.
And here we go.
Like Samoa Joe I know is a dude in porno films.
La Resistance wins their return against America's Most Wanted. Thanks to Mercury and Nitro.
53, that's not terrible.
Well, with Sylvan getting a 40, with half the people in the match getting 40s, I mean, it's not that bad.
And then Eminem debuts.
Highlights of WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, he won the huge WrestleMania video package on Raw.
Yeah.
He was bigger than that one. He said like how people in it.
Maven and
Goldberg.
Maven cutting a promo.
Triple H.
Maven and Spike Dudley.
Maven and Spike Dudley.
Yeah, main eventing Heat, you know, I mean the best. Yeah. Did you expect anything else from fucking Heat?
Okay, do me a favor. Look at Upper Big for Heels.
So, Zach Gowen's in rehab, Rob Van Dam's in rehab, Jeff Hardy's in rehab, Simon Diamond, William Regal, and Doug Basham are injured.
Oh, Doug Basham, I didn't even know.
Well, it's a Basham, of course it's not. No, Danny Basham, Scott Dawson. Okay, we can't do it there because, so let's just... There you go. Oh, did you want it for the entire company or just Raw?
Just Raw.
Well, there you go.
Heels. Heels.
Christian, Test, and Batista.
Over Goldberg on Raw.
Okay.
And Goldberg's last match.
He's gonna be furious, you know, right?
Remake, who cares?
What about when he comes back in 17 years to win the world title from Kevin Owens?
Little Kevin Steen, our developmental guy.
Uh-huh. I have big plans for you. Wow, you keep strong and protect him. You put him over.
Goldberg, Batista, you know what, let's have, for tonight's sake, let's have Evolution, maybe just, you said Orton beat up Goldberg on the way out.
Okay.
And that way they kind of very busy, whatever.
Okay. Now, would you be against a fatal four-way main event to determine the next number one contender?
Oh no, not at all. What are we gonna do with the split?
Well, that's what I was thinking. You could put three of them. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, 2-in-1 attack. Okay. Eric, Hunter, Nate, Sean, Kevin. Let's not have Scott here because I was thinking about Randy and Scott at Backlash.
Yep. Randy Orton and Scott Hall. I thought we had Randy Orton's opponents picked out.
Well, I think his initial opponent was Tatanka, so I don't think you want to do that. Because I remember having Tatanka. I mean, I remember seeing Tatanka on the guest booking. I mean, the pre-booking.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, Kevin. I mean, you want to put Bubba Ray in it? Because I was going to put Kane in it, but I don't feel like Kane deserves to be in the fatal. Well, right now it's just Sean and Kevin. The only other two people I can think of are Scott and Bubba. Scott Steiner and Bubba.
Not Bubba, though.
Oh, you want to?
All four baby faces.
You want to do Kane? Like have Eric announce that Kane is replacing. Oh, Kane could be replacing.
Wait, what?
Scott Hall could get attacked by Evolution, and then that could set up Scott's feud with Randy.
Yeah, that works.
To crown the new number one contender. Well, then let's replace him with him.
Wait, didn't we have an opponent picked out for Triple H the next show?
No.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I was right.
Versus Sting.
I was right. It was Tatanka that we had against Randy at the next pay-per-view. Okay, so we do this. Ric Flair, Scott Hall, Randy and Dave. Ambushed earlier in the show. And then I'm just gonna take Randy out of the Evolution. Well, should I just stick Scott in the feud with Evolution and Sting? Or do you want them to have their own feud?
What are we gonna do Nash then at that point?
I mean, honestly, I was thinking about having Kevin win the match, win the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, you'd be good, actually.
And have him go against Hunter. Okay, so
we can even go with Shawn and Batista. I know they had a Raw match, I think, but still.
Sean, Kane, and Scotty Steiner. Yes, I know. I'm just saying this for the people that are watching. Yes, I know Steiner lost at WrestleMania, Kevin lost at WrestleMania, but they're both credible enough guys that they could go into a match like this and still deserve the opportunity. In my opinion. And it's not like we're having Scott Steiner go and win the match, because Scott Steiner could not go from feuding for the tag team titles to feuding against Triple H. So we're not going to do that.
You could even have a couple of the guys on promos leading up to the main event. Like, Shawn and Kevin Nash could do them all together. Wait, what are we planning with Scott Steiner? I can't remember.
Huh?
What were we planning with Scott Steiner?
It might have been that we were planning on having Scott and Randy eventually. Nash talk the main event and how both of them want the title. Okay, now we just gotta book other things other than the main event. Main events, I should say.
Yeah, then check out who, like, hasn't been used that, like, that we want to use. Like, Christian. Wait, who won the Intercontinental title?
Christian.
Yeah, so we can have Christian come out and, like, celebrate, and then we got Booker T interrupt them.
To continue their feud.
Yeah.
Who really cares who wins that match?
I don't care who wins.
Let's go with our women. I'm thinking just having Gail Kim return just to set up the, just to set up, like, Gail's in the, Gail's slowly but surely moving towards the, the title picture.
Yeah.
I think it's in front of Hype. Yeah, here it is. Christian, Booker, and then later in the show, I just thought of this, that we could have this. Trish calls Lita out and offers a handshake after their hard-fought WrestleMania match last night.
Yeah, that's good.
Mutual respect after their long match, and also filler between the matches.
What's the Rikishi match?
Okay.
Even if it's a dark match.
I just want to do this first of Flair, Dave, Randy, Hunter. Someone is playing mind games with Evolution. Trying to get into Hunter's head. I think you know who it is, and yes, you're right.
Yeah, I know who it is. The Ultimate Warrior.
For those who may not know who it is, well, you'll find out.
I think everybody knows who it is.
It's Raven.
No, it's the Warrior. It's the One Warrior Nation.
Yeah, next week Triple H is gonna look in the mirror and see and see Warrior behind him.
Well, you know what? Look at Rick Steiner. to the face. Let's have him, well, that could be good.
Well, let's put it here, because then it's still the celebration earlier, and then he just competes later.
Yeah.
Well, let's figure out a match for Rikishi now. And then based on the match we could figure out if we want to put it on the pre-show. Would you be good with Danny Basham?
He loses.
Of course he's gonna lose.
Yeah, Rikishi, Danny Basham? Yeah, I like that.
Of course he's gonna lose. You would never let me make the Basham win on Raw.
That's true.
Heat? Yes. Raw? Fuck no. Now the only question is, with the match setting up, do you want to end it with like a heated confrontation between Kevin and Hunter? Because this is also the first time that Kevin and Hunter are now going to be, face to face in the ring. You know what I mean? Because like up to now, it's always been multi-man matches, and because we could always do this and have Hunter on commentary during the match. And then wrong heated confrontation. I don't want him to get physical. Kevin, Hunter. And I'm just thinking that we could have Shawn do his actual feud following WrestleMania, and that was against Kane. Remember when Kane did the chair in the neck, chair on his neck, and he took him out? Kane and Shawn were their next feuds. Like they feuded with each other for a few. Yeah.
In real life?
Yeah. Would you want to just do that feud? Kane and Shawn? Like we have Kane take we have Kane take Shawn out, and I mean,
I can see that. What else would we get Shawn to because Kane can be a good little feud, and that way, Paul kind of going into the evolution with Sting, and then Shawn kind of goes on with Kane. I like that, yeah.
Yeah, so we can get Shawn away from Evolution for a bit.
Yeah, right. And then we can keep on them there because they're still kind of new.
Yeah, and also keeping them there gives Shawn a door back in.
Yeah, that's good. And then we can do like a tag team match, like Triple H and Kane, whatever.
Yeah, we could even do an 8-man tag. Well, actually, we could have done an 8-man tag before, but I mean, can you imagine Sting, Shawn, and the Outsiders versus Evolution?
That'd be crazy.
Speaking of that, we could always do that on Bad Blood instead of Sting and Batista.
Oh, we could, yeah.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I like the National 100 match. I think that's cool.
Yeah. So you want to run the show?
Yeah. Are we not just Sting yet? Not revealed him.
Yeah, no, let's...
Yeah, I think, okay, that's fine.
You want to... That's cool, holding off a week and doing it next week?
Yeah, because we saw that we have mind games, so that's good enough.
Yeah, so we are building to it, or building to something, but it's just not clear what it is yet.
Yeah, that works.
Because...
You know what? When we do reveal Sting, we'll have Ric Flair laid out. That way it can justify the match.
That works. Where he starts with Flair.
Yeah, he works with Revolution. 99.
Wow. I don't know about you, but I was expecting a lot worse. And,
Yeah,
you know,
that's a lot of star power.
well, somebody could say, oh, you're expecting a lot worse, even though you have all these people in it. I thought Scott Steiner was going to bring down the segment.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna, bullshit about it. I thought Scott Steiner was going to bring down the segment. But this is actually making me maybe more apt to keeping Scott a little bit longer.
Oh, did you book the Sean Kane?
Not yet. Maybe we could start it next week. Like we can have a main event next week.
Yeah, that's fine. I can follow up next week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cause that AK just looks on Sean like on the cement or something.
Yeah.
Instead of Floyd, man. Yeah, that's fine.
Andrew Martin beat Hardcore Holly. Everybody can't win in their debut, especially when we don't like you.
Right.
Evolution in the Mind Games. The Mind Games begin for Evolution. Rikishi beats Danny Basham.
Good.
Oh, this is the ambush. When they take out Scott, from the main event.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool because like Evolution has 2 kills tonight. They take out Scott Hall, they take out Goldberg.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the end with
Yeah, getting the heat on him. Gail Kim and Jackie.
Not bad, actually.
Yeah, not a lot better than I thought. Gail's still got a ways to go, but she's not terrible.
So good. Oh my God, so good. But for you, Christian.
So now the feud continues between Booker T and Christian, now for the Intercontinental title. And now we move forward with HBK and Nash talking about, hyping up the main event and talking about how both of them want the title.
Yeah.
Even though Shawn lost at Mania, he still wants the title. Batista beat Goldberg in his first huge win. Given it a little more time, it probably would have gotten a little bit better.
That's the improvement.
Batista improved.
Cool. In the room.
Goldberg.
And Randy Orton comes in, RK out of nowhere. And they just beat him down, and Goldberg gets carted off.
Goldberg is officially done.
Good play.
Not bad. I will say I have 2 other seasons, WWE 2010 and TNA 2004, where I brought back the Steiner Brothers, and this by far is the best the Steiner Brothers have done in bringing them back.
Right.
So, Trish and Lita show a sign of respect for each other after their hard-fought match at Mania with Lita becoming women's champion. And now Hunter's coming down with Ric Flair to do commentary for the main event. And now the main event.
83, huh?
Okay, in 83, Steiner actually did pretty good. Maybe we should have had Steiner win.
You were 77, not that good.
Got better than he got better than Kevin. So,
yeah.
But for argument's sake, I think that the match did go the way it should have.
Yeah.
With Scott taking the fall, and maybe not Kevin winning, but at least Scott taking the fall.
And then Kane choked on Sean to do something big outside their ring.
And then the feud starting between Kevin and Hunter going towards Backlash.
Yep.
85 final rating, not that bad. Good for a post WrestleMania. Well, for those who are watching, I know some historically accurate WWE fans know that at this time, you know, maybe a feud between Randy Orton and a certain legend was going on. Well, as you heard, we're trying to figure out where to go with Randy, and it looks like Randy and Scott may be his first legend feud, or might be second, because I don't remember if he has a victory over Shawn by now. I think so. But either way, let us know down in the comment section below what you think, what you thought of this Raw, the first Raw after WrestleMania, and the plans that seem to be coming into shape for as we head to Backlash. If you want to see somebody new come in, if you want to see us do something, or if you have any ideas for our guys, whether it be Sean, whether it be Brock, whether it be anybody we discussed in this video of stuff we're unsure about, let us know down in the comment section, because feedback is always more than welcomed and appreciated. But if you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and dig down that notification bell to always know when a new video comes up on Wrestling Express.
Oh, yeah.
And with that being said, till next time.